Protein. We hear about it all the time, but why is it so important? And what are the best types of protein for our bodies? Let's dive in. Today, we're going to cover the best and worst types of protein. After cancer treatment, we need protein for healing, rebuilding, and thriving. Protein is made up of building blocks called amino acids. Our body uses amino acids to make and repair tissues, to help with hormone production, immune function, and to help us heal from injuries or illnesses. And one thing many cancer survivors struggle with is loss of muscle mass and strength during and after treatment. Protein helps us maintain muscle mass. Some studies have even found that adequate protein intake can help improve outcomes for people who have gone through chemotherapy. But how much protein do we need? And which types are best? Let's dig into the details. The National Institute of Health recommends that adults get at least 7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. To find out your body weight in kilograms, take your weight in pounds multiplied by 0.454. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, multiply that number by 0.454, which equals approximately 68 kilograms. Then multiply that number by 7, which equals 476 grams of protein. That's about 1.6 ounces of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Or another way to remember it, 10 grams per pound of body weight per day. And here's an easy way to visualize that. If you take a deck of cards and hold it up, that's about 50 grams of protein. So if you were to eat 3 decks of cards worth of protein each day, you would be getting the recommended amount of protein. But remember, everyone's needs are different. So talk to your doctor or a dietitian to find out how much protein you personally need. Now let's get into the best and worst kinds of protein. First up, let's look at some of the best sources of protein. Chicken. Skinless chicken breast is a great source of lean protein. In fact, when you buy chicken breasts at the grocery store, they often come in packages marked as being skinless, boneless, and then sometimes also labeled as being grilled or baked or roasted. These are good options because they don't contain any skin or bone, but they may also have less fat than other cuts of meat. So look for those options if you're trying to eat lower amounts of saturated fat. Turkey. Like chicken, turkey is a great source of protein and can be grilled or baked rather than fried. Ground turkey can be a healthier option than ground beef. Just look for the leanest ground turkey available. You can also use ground turkey in place of ground beef in recipes. Fish. Fish is full of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, and you don't have to stick to plain old fish fillets. Try something new like canned tuna, salmon, or sardines. Add them to salads, make sandwiches, or serve them on crackers. Plant-based protein. Did you know there are many different ways to get plant-based protein? Lentils, beans, tofu, tempeh, quinoa, edamame, nuts, and seeds are just a few examples. They're not only great sources of protein, they're also filled with fiber and other nutrients. Check out my videos on plant-based eating for more ideas. Greek yogurt. This creamy protein is high in calcium and can be used in both sweet and savory dishes. And don't worry if you think you're going to get a stomachache from eating Greek yogurt. Although plain, non-fat Greek yogurt contains no fat, you don't need to eat the non-fat version to avoid stomach aches. Any type of Greek yogurt can be tolerated well by most people. Now let's move on to some of the worst kinds of protein. Processed meats. According to research, eating processed meat has been linked with an increased risk of certain cancers. Processed meats include deli meats such as salami, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, canned meats, and many more. These meats have been treated with salt, preservatives, and other chemicals and additives to preserve them and enhance their flavor. They can be high in sodium, saturated fat, and added sugars. All of these ingredients can increase the risk of developing cancer and can promote inflammation in the body. High-fat red meats. Research shows that eating high-fat red meats may be related to an increased risk of certain cancers, including colorectal cancer. Red meat is defined as beef, pork, lamb, and goat. Choosing leaner cuts of meat and removing visible fat before cooking can help reduce the amount of saturated fat you eat. Heavily processed protein powders. Whey protein, casein protein, pea protein, rice protein, hemp protein, meal replacement shakes, and protein bars. These can be very concentrated sources of protein, but depending on the brand and ingredients, they may also be high in sugar, unhealthy fats, or artificial ingredients. These ingredients aren't good for your body and can actually cause harm. Also, no matter what kind of protein powder you drink or eat, it's a supplement to your diet and it shouldn't replace whole food sources of protein. Be sure to read the labels and ingredient lists carefully and try to choose products that have minimal or no added sugars, unhealthy fats, or artificial ingredients. To summarize, here are the key takeaways. Choose lean protein sources such as chicken, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, quinoa, edamame, nuts, seeds, and Greek yogurt. Limit the amount of processed meat, high-fat red meat, and heavily processed protein powders that you eat. Aim for about 7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Get most of your protein from whole food sources. Don't forget that everyone's needs are different. So talk to your doctor or a dietitian to find out how much protein you personally need. Eating well is a powerful tool that we can use to help our bodies heal and thrive after cancer. I hope this information is helpful. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about nutrition and how to nourish your body, the better you can take care of yourself. But please remember that this information is for educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with others who might benefit. Comment below to let me know what questions you have about nutrition and what topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos. And don't forget to follow me on social media for more health and nutrition tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.